and gentlemen, it's the Stephanie Miller Show.
I'm walking on sunshine. Whoa, I'm walking on sunshine. Whoa, and it's time to feel good. Hey, all right now, it's time to feel good.
Hello, good morning. It is the Stephanie Miller Show. Welcome to it. 6 minutes after the hour, 1-800-STEP-1-2, the phone number, toll free from a very, very, very exciting coffee with Carlos Alzraki, the deeply disturbed Carlos Alzraki.
Yeah.
Dark, hilarious. Never know what's going to pop up when he leaves Vagina Island. And also Dino Badawa, speaking of comedian extraordinaires.
Yes.
All coming up on the big show today.
Apparently, he got Newsbusters angry with his column.
Which one? Oh, about American Sniper?
No, I think it was actually
Bobby
the one
Jindal.
about Bobby Jindal.
Oh, Bobby Jindal.
Yeah, the one I sent you.
Hanging out with American Family Association.
Yeah.
We and Dean and I kind of bond because Muslims are the new gays. Mm-hmm. Right. The American Family Association used to just kind of laser focus on the homos, and now the Muslims.
You feel his pain. You
are
can
just as
empathize
big
with
a
him
problem.
now.
Yeah. Imagine if you're a homo Muslim.
Oof. That's like the double whammy.
Oh my God.
All right. They are a hate group, though, and Bobby Jindal feels like it's fine to hang out with them.
Yeah. One of these days, they're going to say some of our best friends are gay Muslims,
Right.
but we don't want them to have any rights.
All right. You know
I have
what?
a good
There
friend
are-
who's a gay Muslim.
Do you?
Yeah.
Really?
Uh-huh.
Wow.
Yeah. He's
Let's
probably
get-
listening right now.
See if you can get him booked on Brian Fisher's show to discuss. Little American
I'm sure he has some
Family.
choice words for Brian Fisher.
He's also an attorney, so he knows how to argue.
Speaking of booking, so we're all kind of a Twitter because why? Because
Why?
it's Kathleen Madigan week. On the Happy Hour podcast this
Yep.
week, Kathleen Madigan, the elusive little minx herself. She's an elusive comedy minx.
Well, she's
always-
busy
Yeah, she's
and
very
popular.
busy. Right.
She's been doing the nightly show back on the East Coast.
I know. I've heard. I'm not up that late, but I hear she's been fabulous.
That's what DVRs are for.
Well, okay, I'll get on that.
If it's not on MSNBC, she doesn't see it.
There's a
didn't
Comedy
see it.
Central
It
app
didn't
that you
happen.
can put on your iPad.
Really,
Yes.
Chris, get on that.
You'll never watch
just
it.
called-
Sorry, Chris, just made more work.
No,
for you.
you'll never watch
I call
it. So
tech
I'm,
support, and if tech support doesn't help, then I call HR. That's tech support department. I'm the HR
I was
department.
going to say HR did have a response. I've learned.
Anyway, here's someone you need to get on booking right away. Did you see Huckabee not a fan of women swearing in the workplace?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Let's get him right.
That's a Happy Hour podcast right
Let's
there.
get him booked.
oh boy.
Why don't you send him a free Happy Hour podcast subscription?
Oh, he'll love that.
Oh, yeah.
He said he mused recently in Iowa. You would not have people who would just throw the F-bomb and use gratuitous profanity in a professional setting. Well, that's why I would never move to Iowa,
Yeah.
because that
You know
sounds...
what? Listeners in Iowa. I know we have you listeners in Iowa.
Right.
Please tell me if you've ever cursed in the workplace.
In New York, he said not only do the men do it, but the women do it. Oh, my stars and garters.
Those city values.
Oh, my God.
Does he think that people in Iowa don't curse? Is that what he's getting at?
Well, he's getting to he said this would be considered totally inappropriate to say these things in front of a woman. But for a woman to say them in a professional setting, that's just trashy.
Their delicate ears can't handle that kind of language.
It's just trashy. What I would give to book him on a Happy Hour podcast, and with our new sponsor.
The Stephanie Miller Happy Hour podcast is brought to you by the U.S. Fish and Wildlife Department,
That's
who remind you, don't shove a fish up your ass.
Don't shove a fish up your ass. Don't shove a fish up your ass. Don't shove a fish up your ass. Don't shove a fish up your ass. Don't shove a fish up your ass. Shove a fish up your ass. Don't shove a fish up your ass.
Come on, tell me that's never happened on a Huckabee family fishing outing. I bet you we can get him going with some stories if we
I'll bet
right?
you that creepy Huckabee kid
Oh, right.
has shoved
Yeah.
something up his...
I bet at their girth. I bet they've done it
I
by
wonder
accident.
I wonder if he shoved something up a fish's ass.
He doesn't like the animals. That's
That sounds more like his game.
Yeah.
All right. Balls. Let's talk about Super Bowl's not till Sunday, so I got...
Whose balls do you want to talk about?
Well, I thought this is interesting. Whether you think the Pats cheated or not depends on how you vote.
Yeah.
Oh.
A new poll found almost 2-to-1 margin. Americans believe the Patriots cheated on, when they whomped the Indianapolis Colts.
When they whomped them?
They whomped them. It was a
Okay.
whomping.
Is that a
whomp.
scientific term? How many points is a womp?
It's a lot. It was like 45 to something, 17. I don't know. But who thought that depended a lot on party identification? This is not surprising to me. Democrats overwhelmingly think New England cheated, while Republicans, 36 to 33%, much more divided on the matter.
Because Republicans
they're
are
okay with cheating.
patriots.
They're okay with cheating.
No, Republicans are patriots.
Voter
Steph.
suppression, voter ID.
Democrats are unpatriotic. Republicans are patriots.
But it's just the win at all cost thing, right?
Yeah,
they
this
don't
is
care.
true. That's very true.
Even before this finding, there were signs that Deflategate Benghazi, as they call it, had become a partisan issue. The Daily Caller had the headline "Tom Brady and a Liberal War on Success."
Oh my God!
And
Wow.
Bill Kristol,
Who's wrong about
by the
everything
way, who's
ever?
he betting on? Because I won't bet the opposite, me.
Oh, yes.
Bill Kristol tweeted, "Am I alone in feeling it's time to rally to Bill Belichick, a tough, impressive winner, being hounded by a bunch of whiny goody two-shoes?" Wow. Goody two-shoes that think everyone's about the same rules.
Good sports.
Breaking the rules is now being against breaking the rules is being goody two shoes.
Right. So there you have it, Benghazi.
2016 is going to be a nightmare.
Benghazi. Okay. Even that's partisan. Just when you think football is the last place in America, there's no politics. There you go.
Politics.
Right. Oh, speaking of the real Benghazi.
Oh
Yes.
Oh, that's just so sad. It's so sad. But the Benghazi committee might be falling apart.
We're not going to invite you to our meetings.
Where's I forget where I even put that. Oh, here. I'm Trey Gowdy. He's probably furiously redoing his hairstyle. He's like, is it my hair? It's because I do my hair. Yep.
He had something weird going on with his hair yesterday.
He always has something weird.
But it was like a swirl up here that then went down here.
Yeah. It's always
It's
a little like Bob's Big Boy meets There's Something About Mary. There's always a little.
Unless he parts it down the middle and then it's like a big A-frame
Yeah.
house on his head.
Right. So, which is weird because what do we not need more than a, how many numbers would this be of Benghazi
This is the
investigations?
10th, I think.
This is a whomping.
Right. Yeah. We've already had several including those run by Republicans that found nothing.
Nothing.
Okay. Yeah. The last one was Yukon Cornelius. I'm sorry. There was Daryl Issa, and then it was, before we got to Trey Gowdy, there was Yukon.
Nothing.
Right. Nothing. The House committee to once again investigate appears to be falling apart. It issued 2 complaints from committee Democrats. The first is they've been systematically excluded from at least 5 witness interviews. Only discovered Republicans had conducted the interviews, in fact, later through the press.
Yeah.
So that's the second complaint is that
Well, the Democrats
Trey
ask
Gowdy.
questions that are tough.
Yeah, Trey
have
Gowdy is downplaying or disregarding interview testimony that contradicts assumptions about the night of the attacks. Well, that's a Jim Dandy investigation, isn't it? One of the Democrats on the committee, Adam Smith, said it might be time for Democrats to consider leaving the committee altogether. Top Democratic aides said they still planned to attend the meeting coming up, but would use the occasion to amplify the concerns expressed in Elijah Cummings' letter. The committee was formed 8 months ago. It has held 2 public hearings since. The third will be Tuesday. So that
Yes,
is
it was yesterday.
That's moving at lightning speed.
Yeah.
Clearly, that's right. Here is yep. There you got
The
it.
letters haven't worked,
No.
and the Southern politeness has not worked. We're going to ratchet it up.
Trey Gowdy is a lousy committee chairman.
Yeah.
Garsh. And then he went on to say Garsh.
Gosh.
Southern politeness.
Okay, Representative Elijah Cummings. Yes.
We need someone in the room simply to defend the truth. But we cannot defend the truth if Republicans lock us out.
Yeah.
There you go. Yeah, like not being there at all during the interview.
Right.
That would be considered. I would feel a little left out.
That would be indelicate.
Yes.
Southern
That's just
hospitality
rude.
would be invite them to the meetings.
It's just rude. Yeah, it's like me. I'm having a little Super Bowl party this weekend, and I specifically didn't invite you because because you didn't invite me to your birthday party. So now you'll have to beg, like I had to beg for an invitation to your birthday party.
I'm not going to your
I see.
Super
You don't
Bowl
wanna-
party.
see?
You
That's why I don't bother.
didn't invite me, and I'm the one who told you about Chris's party. So thank you.
Oh, okay.
Oops.
Would you like to come?
Got plans 1 block from my house. I can walk home.
See? You just set me up for rejection.
You live in the middle of the woods. You're hard
You
to
just
get
set me
to.
up to say no to the woods. Okay.
You're hard to
I
get
live
to
in
and
the
drive
woods.
home from.
Yes.
I
And also, you do these things at the last minute. You're like, oh, doing it.
You're like the witch that lives in the woods in a gingerbread house.
I was dealing with invites for this last weekend.
The Hollywood Woods. This is a national wildlife preserve, isn't it?
It is. There's coyotes and
I've
raccoons.
driven past coyotes coming here.
I've seen deer on my way to work.
Coyote Bell.
You live in the
Oh, it's
woods.
a Coyote Bell.
You live in the woods.
All right, Representative Adam Schiff.
You have raccoons that throw things at you.
Didn't you used to be a Weeblo?
Grey Gardens. This is Grey Gardens.
This is Grey Gardens. You are one raccoon away from this being Grey Gardens.
Okay, Representative
I've
Adam
been in your
Schiff.
crawl space up there.
I have too.
You're going to end up in that space up there.
We've never asked for a veto over subpoenas. What we have asked for is to be notified of them, to have a chance to weigh in.
Oh, pardon me. Yes, thank you. That he's the great. He's the representative of the woods.
Yes.
If it says Democrat of the woods.
Yeah.
The
If
great
you're looking
frontier
at-
of Hollywood.
Yeah, he is actually my personal congressman. I go to him about many critter issues. Mm-hmm. No, I don't. All right, so I don't know what's going to happen if Benghazi is going to fall apart entirely. What the hell's Fox going to do?
Oh, wait a minute. I got the wrong one then.
All right, we'll just play this one. Who cares? That's fine. Oh, he's got a. Okay, Mike has a lovely voice.
Much like Trey Gowdy, that was a cartoon video.
Exactly.
Yes.
Pardon me.
you
All right,
okay?
18 minutes after the hour. This hour of the Stephanie. Oh, very festive. And Max shows up early, tail wagging. Why? Because our new Nature Box snacks have arrived.
That's right.
Nom noms.
Did you see that? The Nature Box ferry came overnight.
Yeah.
I also noticed the Nature Box Ferry opened up the salts, sea salt pop pops.
Yes, someone did. Okay. For cocktail hour
Don't
last
worry.
night.
We opened up the rest.
Okay, good. All right, so everything is good with the world. Jody Hamilton, who is delightful and
Yes.
damn fascinating,
Yep.
will be here live in hour number 3.
That's right.
And one of your homo friends asked her if she would wear a Bob Mackie outfit of her mom's.
Yes.
Carol Burnett's.
And so she is.
Computer says yes.
She's wearing a Bob Mackie jacket. We can't wait.
A bolero jacket.
Right.
Yeah. With big wide shoulder pads.
We're in a big gay frenzy here. All right, so that and Bob Seska and Charlie Pierce all on the big show today. Very exciting. And it's Kathleen Madigan Happy Hour week.
Yes.
So everybody's a little bit,
Giddy.
a Twitter. We're
Yeah.
all a little giddy.
I confirmed with her yesterday that she is coming.
Yes.
I also offered her a ride to and from the studio in case she needs a designated
Right.
driver because she's small.
She's small and she's an aficionado of the libations.
Yes. And we want her to get home safely.
Oh, that's very sweet of you. You're going to be her personal Uber.
I've offered this to her. She has not accepted yet.
all right.
Okay.
She's, well, you know what? She's defiant, that one.
Yeah, she is.
Plucky and defiant, and just don't mess with her.
Well, the problem is if you try to get her to stay later for
Right.
the after show.
Right. And I always do. Because she's like comedy foie gras. You don't get it very often, and then everyone wants to come over to the after
Right.
party, and right. So,
I warned her that you were going to try to exercise some sort of pressure on her to stay.
oh, of course I will.
And that's when she got quiet.
Yeah.
There was radio silence.
I'm familiar with it.
I'm trying here.
All right. Can I just say, and Bob Seska, in addition to being handsome and romantic and a really smart, funny writer,
Yeah.
I can tell he shares my. It's almost like it borders on obsession with Sarah Palin.
Oh, when I go to check in with him on
Yeah.
Mondays to see if he's going to be awake and coherent,
Right.
And I look at see what's the most recent story. I was like, oh, he was thinking of Stephanie when he wrote this.
Yeah. Well, it's because it's gone beyond just. I remember when she was just a kind of a magical new comedy plaything.
Yeah.
So, and then there's all these conspiracy theories that are popping up about is she, as someone that likes to myself, because the Denver speech, I'm like, she had to have been smashed. I don't
Yeah.
know. I mean, we played some of that, and that was. I don't think that could just be the
No.
altitude.
I
No.
think she's become a parody of herself.
Well,
Right. But this latest speech, and this is saying a lot of people have said and Bob is really as obsessive as I am about really diagramming every Sarah Palin, because it's not even like our language.